Hello, this is Keenan Maxfield with Green Go Solar Wholesale Distribution. We've received our first order of Discover AES battery products, and we're very excited about it. We have now almost the whole product line, from the Link Communication Gateway to the Slimline enclosures we have here. And over here, I've got a bunch of the heated battery modules, and the battery combiners and quick stack racks and all of that. I really like these products and we're excited about them. They can communicate with any of the brands of inverters that you might want to communicate with. But today's video is not about the whole lineup of Discover products. I should do a video like that soon, but today's video we're just looking at the battery combiner. So we have it here, and when you open the box, of course, there's more foam than what you see now. And on top, we've got jumper cables for communications, for ground, QR code with the manual. I do recommend reading that instruction manual. We've got some mounting products, and there's a couple of things in this box that I've already put into here that you'll see. In order to open this up, you have to take off about 18 screws around the edges. You'll see here these cables and zip ties. They're promoting good organization. These cables would connect to all the batteries. They've got these quick connect ends for connecting to the Discover batteries. We've got breakers. Those are 250 amp breakers. We've got 2 of them. Then we've got communication plugs down there for communicating from battery to battery. Also a power button that you can use to turn all the batteries on and off simultaneously, electronically. So once you've taken these screws out, let me zoom out a little bit. Once you've taken these screws out, this lid can just lift off. It's pretty easy with 2 hands, but a little challenging with 1. There it goes. And here you can see where all the cables go. We've got all the positive cables come in here into all these different fuses. Each of these fuses are rated at 100 amps. All the negative cables come onto this bus bar down here. You've got spots for landing the ground. And here we have, it's just a stud, and this nut goes on top. And that is an M8 connection, metric 8. So you would use a 5/16 lug on anything that you want to mount on that ground. There's also this ground connection up here for lighter grounds, like grounding the rack that you're mounting this on and stuff like that. On the positive bus bar goes to these 2 breakers, which go to these 2 independent outputs. So you could run one to an inverter and run to another inverter, or charge controllers or what have you. You've got 2 disconnects here. You can also put loads and other conversion equipment to this battery bus bar, but then you don't have the disconnect on the front. You've got these connections here. There's 4 connections here for the negative of the battery. So like your power conversion equipment, your inverters and stuff can land there, the negatives. And an interesting thing is these 4 are different sizes. You've got these 2 M8s. Again, those 2 use a 5/16 lug. But then you also have these 2 are M6, and these 2 are also M6. And so those would use a 1/4" lug. Now these M6, all of these bolts that come supplied for this, they have a washer and a lock washer built in, so they're captive, so you can't lose them. So that's nice. But there's only 2 of these M6 supplied. So if you're going to use all 4 of these connections, you would need to supply your own M6 bolts for those 2. We have conduit connections on the back. These 2 conduit knockouts can house 2-inch. Of course, you could just use strain reliefs as well for battery cable if that's the way you want to go. But those 2 can do 2-inch conduit. The 2 down here that you can't really see down here, those can each do 3/4" knockout, or 3/4" conduit. And these ones down here are for 1/2". Now I believe that if you have a knockout punch, you could enlarge those to 1" if you wanted. So that's the quick rundown, so you have a visual on what you're connecting to. Of course, if you do use these ones. Make sure you have sufficient overcurrent protection and think about how you want to disconnect it. One more thing I didn't mention, we've got this communications board here that goes to those Cat5 cables. There's these two connections here where you can use this to actually run another on-off switch. So you can turn off the batteries so that every battery itself turns off electronically when you push that button. So it's just more options for you. All right, well, I hope this helps you design everything. Have a great day, install safely, design well. Thank you.